Just a couple of quick ones on that. I made a vegetarian at a choice at a very young age, and followed by a vegan choice, but it was exclusively for ethical reasons and animal rights reasons. It was nothing to do with my health, because when you're really young, health isn't usually a consideration. It's only as you get older and you start to find out what you've earned from your habits that it becomes an issue. And I discovered raw veganism actually not in and of itself, but via natural hygiene. And I realized that this was obviously the best way to go for one's health. And at the time, I was reading a book by Peace Pilgrim. I don't know if any of you have read that. It's a beautiful book about a lady that walked across America and back with nothing but a toothbrush and a notebook, I think was her entire luggage, and her story. And she says in that story how she discovered on her journey that someone told her that vegetarianism was better for her. And so she said, what more evidence do I need? How many more people do I need to tell me? One is enough. I turned vegetarian that day. And I really resonated with that, and I really liked that kind of intellectual decision followed by self-discipline. And that really helped me to embrace the raw vegan diet. Another thing that happened to me in my life was that I used to do this thing whereby I went to this restaurant on a Saturday where they sold chocolate gâteau. And if I'd been good, in my view, all week, on the Saturday I would allow myself a piece of this chocolate gâteau. Well, one day I went into the restaurant and the waiter came over as usual, and I ordered my usual chocolate gâteau. And he put it down in front of me, and something clicked, and I looked at it. And I thought, hang on a minute, I'm treating myself to you. I'm kind of almost worshipping you. Why? What do you give me? You give me mood swings, spotty skin, excess body weight, headaches, constipation. Why on earth am I thinking that you're a treat? And so I just pushed it away, and I said to the waiter, please, can you come back and take this away? And he said to me, isn't it any good? I said, it never was. So there you go.
I don't know about your sense of urgency, but it took me a good 17 years to make a transition from standard Western diet to the way I eat now, maybe 20. And I don't know if anybody here really wants to go that route, so I won't really describe the route, because it's a long, circuitous route rife with loads of mistakes and errors. But I have had people say, well, you ended up on, like you're happy with your diet now, maybe we should do it the way you did. I wouldn't recommend anybody do it that way. But the benefits along the way invariably made it worthwhile. So the littlest changes typically made the biggest results. Going from standard diet to vegetarian was not that big of a shift. But the mindset was huge to start thinking of myself as a vegetarian. And it didn't make much change. And then from vegetarian to vegan, again, it's a whole new concept to start moving away from those foods. From vegan to raw vegan, I mean, maybe there's a couple of things you don't eat, but basically you just stop cooking. But the change was so profound. The change was, the clarity of mind was more the ticket for me than anything else, but the 14 extra hours per week that I didn't need to sleep anymore, like I could take out 14 hours of sleep per week that I could do other things. That was pretty motivating for me too.
I've been doing my best for 3 years, but one of the best things for me was to attract a partner who was much more disciplined than me, Karen over there, who, when I went into her larder, all I saw were great big bananas and everything, all sorts of fruits. And I just thought, yes, I want to do it. Yes, do I slip? Yes. But most of the time, I know that if I eat rubbish, it affects this body, and I can't dance well. And I love to dance well. And get yourself something that really motivates you. That's my heartfelt suggestion.
I always recommend my clients to focus on healing versus this fleeting pleasure that they experience, and it goes and it makes them feel so bad the next day. But it's not only it makes you feel bad in your body, it makes you feel bad in your mind, like this failure. How long do you want to continue with this cycle? It's just so liberating to rise above it and to never suffer from it. It's the most beautiful thing that can happen to you. It's just to be the master of your own lifestyle, of your own diet, nutrition, and the changes that it starts creating in your life as well. You can apply the same mindset to any other area in your life and experience such a great and tremendously positive change. So focusing on healing versus focusing on, mind and just getting something for that very second and then suffering for days afterwards is something that I would definitely recommend, and I did myself as well.